For him on the year.
A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And it's third down.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Hey, alert! 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 Smooth!
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got Curse. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Here we go,
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6-man.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey, high 7.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Curse. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's got Sanu. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jermaine Curse, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
This will be taken short. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the
On 1st and 10, Bowman. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bowman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Bowman. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You better bring it.
To throw again, Bowman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Chiefs.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Shift! Watch the shift! He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check!
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go.
Now
here
they
we go.
need 15
Wait,
yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Michelle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Come on, set.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Bowman. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Silver.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 50, check 50.
2nd and 6. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Fournette running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Down. 60 outlaw.
59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hit it.
To throw on second down, Bowman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Eagles on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Bowman. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Throwing on first down, Bowman. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the edge.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Garoppolo. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Show it up. Show it up. Begin.
11.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's got his man. It's Kurz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
13.
Here we go again. Check 37.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Watch Twitter.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Switch.
5.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
6-6. Bullet high.
Mike's 50.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready. Tank Tusa.
Go. Two times. We got three, fellas. We got three. Action.
Now Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
It's 3rd and 7.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Chiefs, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.